It's been alright. I think I haven't really had much time at home or much time to myself, but I think, it's good to be in a race car every other weekend. So I think there hasn't really been any problems with it. I think having 6 weeks in the UAE at the start of the year and then doing a dual campaign this year with British F4 and Italian F4, I think it's been really good for me to develop and learn a lot more about the car and not only to develop myself as well. So I think having this much seat time in a year it's been really beneficial for myself. I think not only because as you go up the ladder, when you have F3, F2 and F1, when they're on the same weekends as Formula 1, you're racing on all these tracks anyway. Getting the experience in early on all the tracks that I'm going to be racing on eventually is really good. Mondello's definitely a lot smaller than the majority of the tracks I've driven on, but it's good fun. I think there's not really a lot of big races that go on here, but I think in terms of driving around, I haven't really got a full chance to go at it yet. I have to drive quite slow today, but I think it's good fun. Hopefully to have some good preparation and good pre-season testing going into every year, which I think is the key. At this point in motorsport, the more preparation you can put into it, I think the more you'll get out of it. So hopefully we can get some good preparation and get some good pre-season testing in before each year, and I think that'll be really helpful. I don't expect anything less than what we've been doing to this point, so I don't see why we shouldn't be on the podium consistently and getting some more wins as well. I think that's definitely possible. I think I'm only 4 points behind second in the championship, and I think 60 points behind the leader. So I think if we have 2 last really strong weekends, I think winning is possible. I think second is definitely achievable, but we just have to put in good, consistent results. The main challenge is how you have to kind of relearn everything. Everything you've learned in karting, with the exception of maybe racecraft. I think you kind of have to forget everything you've learned and restart again. The braking technique, how you drive the car, how you warm up the tyres, how you look after the tyres, everything is completely different. You now have brake bias to think about, you have different pages on your dash, so there's a lot more things to think about in a car, but I feel like I've adapted quite well and quite quickly, and I think, now I think it's gone pretty well. Yeah, obviously it's really good. I think we're always together, always racing. He's always with me every weekend. I always watched him when he was a racing driver, so he has a really good insight into motorsport. He's pretty good himself, so he's kind of been my coach, my mentor throughout the years of racing. And I think he's kind of got me to the point that I'm at right now, and racing in cars as well. So I think part of me adapting quickly to cars is also because of him, because he had so much insight in cars and had a really good understanding of how everything works, and not only with the setup but the driver side of things as well. So I think he's really helped me adapt to it and learn it quickly. So I think it's really beneficial for me. I think from the first time I started, pretty much, I asked my dad if we could go karting for the first time, and then after I tried it again, I think I asked, I don't know, guts of 100 times if we could go again. So I think, from the first time I drove, it's kind of that was what I wanted to do.